I'm right here in Miami. I'm right here in Miami. Come get me, arrest me, perp walk me, put me on the news, tell everyone I'm a human trafficker. You think I'm not versed? You think I'm not ready? I'm a Navy SEAL in this shit. Come get me, raid my house, take my stuff. You think I sleep with a full phone full of evidence?
He said that in 2025, standing in Miami, daring them to come and arrest him. 1 year later, in Miami, while being arrested, he tried to hand his phone to his bodyguard. The bodyguard didn't catch it in a time. This is the Andrew Tate story, and I genuinely do not know where else it could have gone. So for anyone who has been living under a rock, Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer who turned himself into the most talked about man on the internet. By August 2022, his TikTok videos had 11.6 billion views, not million, but billion. More Google searches than Donald Trump, more than Kim Kardashian. He built a platform called Hustler University, later renamed The Real World, where people paid $50 a month to learn how to make money. He told men to work out, get disciplined, stop making excuses, and for a lot of young men who felt lost, that message genuinely resonated. But here is where it gets complicated, because the same men telling young men to better themselves was also on camera, talking about his webcam business, his pimp methods, his technique for getting women to fall in love with him so he could control their money, all of it on camera. And that footage is now being played in courtrooms. On July 18, 2026, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan were arrested in Miami by US Marshals, not for something they allegedly did in Florida, for something the UK government says they did between 2010 and 2017. And Britain wants them extradited to face trial. The charge against Andrew Tate alone, 42 in total, 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating sex trafficking, 3 counts of assault causing actual bodily harm, and 19 charges related to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography, 7 alleged victims spanning 7 years. These are allegations. He has not been convicted. He denies everything. But the nature of what he is being accused of, combined with what he said on camera across years of content, has made this one of the most significant cases in internet history. Now here is why this case is different from a lot of celebrity legal situation, because the prosecution is not working hard to find evidence. A significant portion of it he provided himself over years on camera while laughing. He explained his webcam operation in detail. He described how he would recruit women, make them fall in love with him, then get them in front of a camera. He calls it a pimp in host degree. He sold a course on it. He described disconnecting women's keyboards so his staff could control the conversation, convincing vulnerable men online they were in a relationship with these women, extracting their life savings. He bragged about 22 women having his name tattooed on them. He described the tattoos as a sign of ownership, word for word. He said that, and on camera.
Here's a little move. When I grab you by your neck and you start annoying me trying to resist, and I just
Walked in there and said, listen, I've committed multiple felonies. Am I gonna go to jail?
well, probably.
Well then see ya! Bye!
That is not the media misrepresenting him. That is him, in his own words, describing what he said he did. And now, those words are a part of a prosecution case in a country with a fully functioning court system. That is not Romania.
Got my main bitch, my bottom bitch, Vivian. Vivian's younger. So yeah, that's how it started. I met Vivian in Slovakia. We had a long-term relationship thing. I was living in England. I moved her to England to be with me to start doing my webcam company. When I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger. Vivian's like 21. So Vivian's been with me 6 years. She's completely head over heels in love with me. She wants kids with me, everything.
And then there is what has become the most serious element of this entire case. One of the charges involved indecent images of a child. And a clip has surfaced of Andrew Tate talking about a woman called Vivian, his first webcam girl, the one who he says got the operation started. In the clip, he says has been with him for 6 years, and then he says she is currently 21, 6 years, 21. Do the maths. If those numbers are accurate, she was 15 when she started. Tate denies wrongdoing. His lawyer says everything was legal, but that clip, alongside footage of him with a young woman being struck with a belt, is now a part of prosecution evidence. That is not something I'm going to make jokes about. That is the part of the story that goes beyond internet drama, and the UK prosecutors clearly believe it is significant enough to include in 42 charges against one man.
Come get me, arrest me, perp walk me, put me on the news, tell everyone I'm a human trafficker. You think I'm not versed? You think I'm not ready? I'm a Navy SEAL in this shit. Fucking come get me, raid my house, take my stuff. You think I sleep with a full phone full of evidence? You think I don't wipe my phone every night? You think I'm dumb? Come get me, arrest me, let's do this all over again.
Now here is the part of the story that is genuinely hard to wrap your head around, because Andrew Tate had been through this before. He spent months in Romanian custody. He fought those charges for years. The Romanian case stalled, his travel restrictions were lifted, and he came to America, to Miami, the city where he had already caused controversy, where the mayor had publicly said he was not welcome, where the state attorney general had announced an investigation into him, and he stood on camera and said, "Come arrest me." He said it while pointing at the camera. He said it while listing exactly how prepared he was. He said he wiped his phone every night. He said he was a Navy SEAL in this. And then when the US Marshal came, he was at a boxing event. And I need you to understand this. A purple shirt unbuttoned to his belly button, capri trousers, and some chains. And his first move was to try to hand his phone to the bodyguard. And the bodyguard did not catch it. He had been warning people about his phone for a year on camera and then handed it to someone during his arrest. This man was allegedly a Navy SEAL in this. Now his supporters immediately started saying Trump would intervene, that the extradition would be blocked, that his connection to the administration would protect him, and Tate himself has said he is very close to the Trump family, that he spoke to Barron after the incident. Here is the reality. The US has extradition treaty with UK, and the history of that treaty, there has been exactly one case where the US blocked an extradition request from Britain, and it was a diplomat. Legal experts have pointed out that the only person with the power to block this is the Secretary of State, and Marco Rubio, who is actively positioning himself to run for president in 2028, is not going to stake his political future on protecting Andrew Tate, not with these specific charges, not with the word child and images in the same sentence. That is not a political risk any serious politician takes. His lawyer says they are fighting extradition. They can appeal through federal court all the way to the Supreme Court if they want. But every day they appeal, they are in a cell, not in Miami. Not on a podcast, but in a cell.
And I'm very close to the Trump family. I know them well, and I spoke to Barron after the incident, and I look forward to, once I am free, being with Donald Trump in person and reminding him that he's a bulletproof badass.
And here is the thing that I keeps coming back to. A lot of them young men who followed Andrew Tate genuinely got something real from his content. Work out, get disciplined, stop making excuses. That is genuinely good advice. And for a generation of young men who feel like nobody was talking to them, he was the only one saying it. But here is what the Tate situation proves. A person can give you real advice and still be doing terrible things at the same time. Those two things are not in contradictory. In the loyalty that he built, the framework where supporting him felt like supporting yourself, where questioning him felt like siding with the people who wanted to keep men weak. That framework is exactly who stopped so many people from asking basic questions. Like, why does he have 22 women with his name tattooed on them? Like, why does he describe owning women? Like, why does he talk about how to stop women from running away? The content that inspired millions and the content that is now being played in a courtroom came from the same man and at the same time. So here is where things stand. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are in a Miami detention facility. 42 charges against Andrew, 17 against Tristan, 7 alleged victims. The UK wants them extradited. The lawyer is fighting it. The extradition process will take years. Every day they appeal. They are in a cell. The Romanian case is still open. The defamation lawsuit they filed are still going. The man who said he wiped his phone up every night tried to hand his phone to someone during his arrest. The man who stood in Miami and said, "Come get me," was arrested in Miami. And the man who built an empire telling young men how to be untouchable is currently in an orange jumpsuit in a 6x12 cell. So yeah, that's it guys for today's video. Let me know what you think about this Andrew Tate arrest. Show some love on this video and I'll see you in the next video. For now on, peace out.